What's up, AI creatives? In this video, I'm going to show you how to create nurse clip art images just like this so you could be on your way to cash flowing and monetizing, whether you have your own shop, a Etsy shop, or wherever you sell your digital art online. So let's get to it. Make sure you stay to the end so you can see how all these beauties came to life. As you can see, we got her in the yellow, the pink, the blue. So let's get to it. The first thing you want to do is you want to head to chatgpt.com. And don't worry, I got you on the prompt. So if we go ahead, you'll see here's the prompt. This is the prompt we're going to be working with. So make sure you grab this prompt and we're going to change the colors up and we're going to make it look nice. Okay. So now once you have the prompt, you're going to go ahead and take it to chatgpt.com. And I'm going to open up a new chat. But the first thing you want to make sure you do is go to Explore GPTs and download DALLE. So y'all know I love to work in DALL-E. So we're going to open up a brand new DALL-E so that way we can start from fresh. Okay. So now if you can see the prompt, first thing you always want to do it in the style. I like digital airbrush and watercolor. For today's example, we're going to be working off a digital airbrush. And of course, we want her to have a bob. And we're going to change her hair up just a little bit. So instead of the brown and blonde, we're going to let's do a burnt orange. She's going to have the rich brown skin tone. And let's make sure she is going to be wearing red scrubs. Okay. Red scrubs with a stethoscope around her neck. Holding a clear prescription bottle filled with, and let's do white pills because sometimes it likes to change the colors of the pills. In one hand. And let's see. With a comb, her eyebrows, her makeup is natural. She has well manicured. And y'all know I like to have it matching white background only. And we're going to say she has beautiful brown eyes. Okay. So now we're going to wait till it generates. So remember, chatgpt.com is what you need. I am using the paid version 4.0, but you can still do this in the free version. So I love it. And let me know which one y'all like best, number 1 or number 2. Okay. Cause I really like both of them. So we're going to go ahead and you see what I mean by they like made the pills red. So go ahead and zoom in. This one is a lot better. So we'll go ahead and rock out with number 2. But here's what I would love to show you. So instead of me just creating a prompt, I'm going to say, please use same character, or you can say image, and she should be holding a syringe instead of pills. Now you want to be specific, so you could say 1 or 2, but since 1 or 2, and when I say 1, this is 1 and this is 2, since they look so similar, I'm just going to just go with the same character and we're going to just see which one they pick. So instead of her holding pills, now we're going to have her holding a syringe and we're just going to make a whole collection. So here we go. So if you look here, you can see that they're keeping the same like character reference. And when I say character, I wanted to just keep the reference. If you want to keep the same person, you want to make sure you get the seed ID, of the image, and that will help you keep the character consistency. And all you have to do is request, and you could just say, please give me gen ID and seed for first image of and it's going to give you that. So now it's going to give you the gen ID and the seed. And so now when you use this, you could go ahead and keep the images consistent. Sometimes this works out well, sometimes it doesn't, but we'll see. So we're using the CI and the generation. So let's see, use gen ID, and we're going to copy this in because this is the gen ID and seed. And then we're just going to copy this seed right here to create. And then we could just go ahead and copy the same prompt but we're going to change it up some. So instead of it being, so we could keep the stuff to so instead of her having a bottle, let's just say she is holding a laptop. And let's do her smiling. No, let's just keep it like this. She's holding a laptop, and then we'll keep it like that. Okay. So now we're using the Gen ID and the seed. Oh, it's saying it looks like this an error. This can occasionally happen. Yes. So we'll just go ahead and say yes. So sometimes it messes up, and that's fine, but we're still going to keep the similar characteristics. So this is obviously in real time live. So as you can see, here's the version. All right. So it looks a little similar, but not quite. But we'll still keep rocking with it. I mean, she has the laptop, so we'll go ahead. Please, and let's just say make laptop more visible. Because I want to see laptop. So this is basically how you continue to prompt using like the same character, but you don't have to go back in and reuse prompts. So now you can see here. So here's the laptop is more visible. Not as visible here. This is more of a close-up shot. And if you like what you're seeing, make sure you comment the word design below, because when you comment the word design, what happens is you get to sign up here on this AI Creatives Made Simple Design Club, which will be opening soon. I'm also going to be doing a summit as well for everybody who is on the waiting list. So you will get a special discount exclusively for those who are on the wait list. And if you're not on the wait list, you'll still get the information straight from the channel, but you won't have the special opportunity or the special discount that I give to individuals who are specifically in my mailing list or on my waiting list. So make sure you fill out your information here and just click sign me up, so that way I can have your information. Now let's get back to it. So now we're going to change it. So let's say keep the same character, but she should be wearing matching pants with Crocs, holding a clipboard. And let's see how this come out. So let's just see if it'll take it from what it is and see if it'll do a full body or just make sure she has matching pants. And you see it doesn't. So what happens is when it doesn't do that, I go back to the original prompt and I actually make it full body. Nurse, and I'm going to say full body here. And we're going to say she's wearing red scrubs with matching pants. She is holding, and let's just do again a clipboard in her hands. And then boom. So now we should be able to at least get some of the pants inside of it, because we do want to show that she has on some type of scrubs or pants. And as you can see, we're going to see that here. So it's not as perfect as I want it to be. So we're going to take this picture here and I'm going to say recreate, and we're going to do full body. And then sometimes you got to ask the ChatGPT, like, do you understand what I'm saying? Because listen, sometimes it just don't be listening. So now once I get a couple photos, what I love to do is bring it over into my chat. So this one is a little bit better. So we'll do that one. As you can see here, we do have, her in the background. So we could crop this out, but I'm just going to do recreate. So I'm going to do this one more time. And then that way we'll have another image, and then we'll start building out some other ones. All right. So we're going to let this populate. All right. So this one is nice too. And I'm going to show you how to get rid of, oh, but she got extra fingers and all of that. So I don't like that. So let's do, please fix her fingernails. So you want to, when it's not coming out right, she should have 5 fingers on each hand. All right. So we want to make sure that we are that her fingers are right. So we're asking it to fix. So now I'm generating too quickly. So while they're waiting for that, what I like to do is go to canva.com and we're gonna go to upload. When we go to upload, I'm gonna upload the files that I have here, and I'm just gonna upload really one of these right here. And now it'll give you the dimension 1024 by 1024, and that way you'll see what the size is. But I'm gonna go to custom size, and I want to do a 3000 by 3000 because if you know I love to create in 3000 by 3000 pixels. So now I'm gonna just go ahead and hold over the shift key, bring in all these images that I've created because I like to create a set of different images, different styles, and we're gonna bring these in. So the first ones I want to bring in is these, and I'm going to show you how to fix the hair so that way you can have everything. So you want to zoom in just a little bit so you can see that it's cut off at the top. So now that I have that here, you want to click edit. And when you click edit, you're going to go to Magic Expand. Keep in mind that anything with a crown means that you have to have the paid version, which we do here. So now I'm going to go to freeform, and I'm just going to drag this up to about right here. And when I drag this up, I'm going to click expand. And what this does is it's going to be some AI that's working its magic, and it's going to make whatever is missing at the top blend in. So it should create some type of same color tone, to the hairstyle to make it match, which it did perfectly. So you can see, and you get the pick from 4 different variations. It's given a little breeze as well. So we get to pick which one we like. So this one here, you have 2, 3, 4, and I like between 1 and this one. So I think I'm going to go with this one because it's kind of like a little piece sticking out. So I like that. So I'm going to click here. And now I can just simply remove the background. So now I can remove the background and put anything I want. And then I also could extend on the sides as well because you see how some of her hair is missing. And you would do the same thing. But first I would add the background back on. And when I go to Magic Expand, again, I'm going to click the freeform. But this time I'm going to drag it over to the left. So that way I could extend some of her hair. And I'm going to click expand. So it's not like her hair is just cut off in the image, right? So it's going to extend some of her hand and her hair actually because it's trying to generate anything from here. So as you can see, the hand, it looks a little discombobulated here. So we're going to look at the other ones to see which ones look the best. And this one is the best. So we're going to rock out with this. And now I can remove the background. And as you can see, it looks so much better. So yes. And now I'm going to add a page. And then I'm going to show you how you could just bring the other ones in. So again, you would just add more, just a little bit more to the top. And what we're going to do is do Magic Expand. Again, we're going to do the freeform. And we only need just a tad bit for this one. And we're going to expand it. And now it's going to give us the rest of the head. Now, the great thing is, well, another thing I want to point out, as you can see, this is a great picture, but the hand looks a little missing, but we might could get away with it because you can see kind of like the underlay over here. But just to show you how to expand, you can see that it worked just perfectly to expand it. So I could go with number 1 or number 4, and I think I'm going to do number 4. And now I could just remove the background. Another cool thing is you can see that when I click over these images, they do have the colors that go with them as well. I'm going to remove this background. For instance, here you'll see the red. And sometimes you could change the colors without changing the facial features. But as you can see here, that doesn't work. So it could be this one. Let's see. Nope. So none of these work. But I'm going to show you an example where this does work. Okay, so now I want to bring in the other designs. So I want to add, and also I want to show you another feature. So when you're in here, you could add page type, and we're going to go ahead and go to more, and we're going to do custom size, and you can see the size here. So we don't know what the size is, but it's easy to find it out. All you have to do again is go to upload photos, and we'll take a look at one of the longer form photos. You can see here, this is a 1024 by 1792. So now that I have those dimensions, 1024 by 1792, I'm going to go ahead and go back here and I'm going to do 1024 by 1792. And I'm going to create this new page. And now what this does is it allows me to bring in this design seamlessly. Yes, go ahead and drop design in the comments if this is something that you know you want to learn. So now that I have this here, all I have to do is go ahead and hit background remover. But now I don't have to worry about switching out or anything looking funny. And I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to bring in this next one. Delete this out. And the cool things about these, well, this one is where her hands is messed up. But the cool thing about these, all you really have to do is just delete the background. So again, it is a pro feature, but just delete the background. And now you have a different set of images all in one. And I always like to zoom in so you could just take a look. And look at these. These look amazing. Amazing. And they all look very aesthetically pleasing. And you would just go through and go ahead and just keep creating. So let's go back to the ChatGPT. And as you can see, when we see the nails, they're doing too much. So this one is cool. I like this one. I do not like the way the hands are here, but we're going to go ahead and just add another feature. So I'm going to say she's wearing red scrubs and a matching nurse hat, right? Because that's what I want. And I'm going to say she is holding a syringe in one hand. And she has well manicured red nails. So now that way we can switch it up a little bit so she can have different looks, different aesthetics to her. So you could switch it up. So you could switch up the type of scrub she has. But as you can see, we have a hat here. And then we have her here. She looks amazing. But even though the finger is messed up, so we're going to do recreate. So again, I always just type in recreate to recreate. And now we're going to bring this over to back to Canva so we could go ahead and add this in. And that way you want to make a collection. So here we have a nurse's hat. You could also save this. And again, I'm going to show you how you can extend this. So now I'm going to go ahead and upload those recent photos that we just did. Show you how to rotate the background of the other picture that you see turned in sideways. Super easy to do. So when I want to bring in an image like this and it's rotated, what I do is I rotate it here. And a lot of times you could just crop this out, especially when it's like this. And then you just remove the background. And let's see. And nope, this is still not one where you could change the colors, but I am going to show you that. How you could just easily change the color. So now I just rotated that image, cropped it out, and boom, we have that here. And then I want to go ahead and show you how you could extend the nurse's hat. So you can see again, you want to go to edit. You want to spread it out as much as you could. The reason why I cover the bottom is because I don't want it to give me any extra space when I'm using AI. And I like to use freeform because if you use whole page, it'll expand the whole page. And then I'm just expanding this just up. And then we'll let the AI work its magic. And as you can see, she has 5 fingers here. So this is perfect. Now I want to show you another set of nurse images that I created where you're actually able to change it. So number one, right off the bat, got it perfect. So here is, a different style of hat. And you can see some of them have a little curve. This one has that one here. And I just like number one the best. So what I'll do, and then I'll just hit background removal. So now we have removed the background and boom. So now I'm going to go back to this design here and I'm going to show you how some of these designs you could just simply change the colors to them and it won't change the outfit. So not this one. So let's go to this one. And let's see. Here we go. So here's a perfect example. So you see how this was pink and now I changed it to purple. Boom. So some of the features inside of Canva now, of course, well, the new features is that you could just go in and make new collection sites. So remember how I said I wanted to get the same image and I couldn't get the same face? So all I had to do is duplicate this. And now I have a duplicate the page. So when you go to the bottom, duplicate the page. And now I could just create a whole set of different colors. Okay, so all I'm doing is duplicating the page and just changing the color of the blue to orange to whatever color I wanted it to be. Now you could change the skin tone. The skin tone you do, it gets a little wonky with the skin changing tone, but you can do it. You just got to play around with it. So as you can see here, I made her darker. Here she's lighter. So let's just go ahead and zoom in. So this is just a prime example of how I change her skin tone, all of the above. So that is how you can use it. And guess what? In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can actually create clip art with using pets. So you definitely want to stay tuned to the next video and make sure you comment the word design, because again, I'm going to give you access to AI Creatives Made Simple Design Club, and you get a special discount exclusively only for those who are on the waiting list. And then also I'm doing an AI summit soon, so you definitely want to be on the list for that to receive exclusive access to that. All right, so I will see you all in the next video on how to make images that look so good with pets.